ballin'. Let me click over real quick to let my tag talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed, the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't getting too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back? Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, Arnie. Let's put him on the buses.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's go, baby.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Taking it about the 36. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. It's Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. In on the stop, Bradley McDougall.
Brings up second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Newton to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Just like that.
They snap it to Newton. He'll buy some time right, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go. Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Too low. 8.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Had some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Jones. And some room to work. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Set. 180. Check 56. Ain't no set. 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Chiefs, nothing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught by Williams for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score of 14-7.
14. Chiefs 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton is going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Catch is made by Harry. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
Stay with your man. 45's the mark. Gotta do better.
Mahomes now to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Gun, gun, gun.
22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber. Check three.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready, ready.
Mike is 15.
Ready.
Ricky. 49, check 49.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Big series right here.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. John Ross, his fourth touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Williams, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Break yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Hey, Ripley. Pick it up.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. It's Hill, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Attack!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Butker's kick here is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They will go for it. Now Newton. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Max box. Right. 20. Go. Express. Motion.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Brings up 3rd
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll set up to throw. It's Williams on the catch. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Bradley Pena now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Here's Hill on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
There he goes, right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left. He's got it with the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I'm going to run you over.
Now Jones. Still on his feet. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Second and 10. Newton again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Well, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his man, that's Harry. 1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. They go play action, now Mahomes. That's caught, it's DeMarcus Robinson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Great.
Throwing here, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as he'll go for 2 here. One final try for Mahomes. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Newton now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Open man is Ross, complete.
Today's final score, Buccaneers 56, Chiefs 47.